Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to our channel. As always, it's me, Ivan, and I'm back with another watch review. Today we're checking out the latest release from San Martin, and right off the bat, I'm telling you, what makes this one really exciting is the fact that it features an automatic chronograph movement. Combine that with the solid build quality San Martin is known for, and the price tag of around $500, and you've got something pretty special. So let's take a closer look and see what this watch is all about. As you can imagine, I got this watch from the San Martin official store on AliExpress. When not on sale, it goes for about $517 on the bracelet and $465 on the rubber strap. But as is almost always the case with AliExpress, you can use coupons and discount codes to bring the price down. In this particular case, you can easily save between $50 and $70. I've left some of those discount codes in the description and pinned comment, so make sure to give them a try at checkout. By the way, according to the AliExpress listing, US tariffs are already included in the price. Alright guys, now that the price is out of the way, let's continue with the dimensions. They are literally the same as the SN0118 regular model that I reviewed a while ago, except for the thickness. So you're looking at a case diameter of 40mm, the lug-to-lug is 47.8, while the thickness is 14.2, which actually isn't bad at all considering the non-chronograph version is only 1.5 mm thinner. Finally, we have the lug width, which is 18mm, and the total weight with 3 links removed comes in at 152 grams. Here it is on my 17cm or 6.7-inch wrist. As you can see, it has a lot of wrist presence thanks to the bright colors. So trust me, this isn't a watch that flies under the radar. That said, the wearability is fantastic. It's very comfortable, and despite the added weight, it doesn't feel top-heavy at all. In fact, it feels surprisingly well balanced, and that's mainly due to the bracelet, which, in my opinion, is one of the best San Martin has ever made. Speaking of which, let's take a closer look at it. It's an H-link design with polished center links, and just like I said in my review of the regular SN0118, this is one of the most refined bracelets you will find on a San Martin watch. Honestly, I can't think of a single thing to complain about. It feels solid, the finishing is excellent, and every link has chamfered edges on both sides, which really adds to the overall comfort that I mentioned a moment ago. The clasp is also well executed and features on-the-fly micro adjustment, making it easy to get a perfect fit. Now, if I had to nitpick, I do wish the bracelet came with quick-release spring bars just to make strap changes a bit easier. Especially if you plan to swap it out with the San Martin FKM rubber strap, which, by the way, I highly recommend, since its quality is also very impressive. Next, let's have a word about the design, build quality, and finishing. Guys, design-wise, this is a good-looking piece in my opinion. While the bold use of color might remind some of the playful vibe you get from brands like Underdog Studio, the overall design doesn't feel like a direct copy of anything else out there. San Martin gave it a sporty and functional feel, but with enough refinement to set it apart. As for the build quality and the finishing go, you've got a sapphire crystal up front, a screw-in crown, and a screw-down case back that's deeply embossed with their signature shark logo. Finally, the case brushing is really well executed. It's fine and even, with polished chamfered edges that flow seamlessly into the bracelet. Alright guys, let's talk about the dial now, because this is where things really start to pop. We've got a classic tri-compax layout here, with a tachymeter chapter ring running along the edge. The color combo is bold but surprisingly well balanced. The sub-dials and the tachymeter ring are done in this really nice light blue, and they contrast beautifully with the rest of the dial, which is a soft, almost pastel orange with a fine sandpaper texture. There is no date window, which I actually think was a smart choice, as it keeps the dial clean, symmetrical, and distraction-free. As for the applied indices and the handset, they are high polished and the same ones we've seen on models like the SN0144. Now sure, this color scheme won't be everyone's cup of tea, but to me, it's a fun, vibrant dial with serious summer vibes that will definitely brighten up any collection. Before we move on to the movement, I want to quickly mention the bezel. What we have here is a coin edge bezel with a matte ceramic insert and 120 clicks. Its action is very similar to that of the non-chronograph model, which means that it's excellent. It's easy to turn, sounds great, has no backplay, and the alignment is spot on. Finally guys, let's talk about the biggest highlight of this watch, the movement. Taken inside the SN0118JS is the caliber SL4801 made by Peacock. This is a fully automatic 4Hz chronograph movement with 41 joules and a 55-hour power reserve. It also features both a column wheel and a vertical clutch, which not only make chronograph operation feel smoother, but also help reduce long-term wear and tear. So yeah, on paper, it's a very impressive package. However, keep in mind that this movement is still relatively new. It was introduced in 2023, so it's a bit too early to make any definitive claims about long-term reliability. That said, early feedback online seems to be very positive. As for accuracy, I couldn't find any official specs, but my unit is running dead on with 0 seconds of daily deviation and just 0.5 milliseconds of beat error, which is seriously impressive. Alright guys, to wrap things up, this is one heck of a release from St. Martin. You're getting an original design, excellent build quality, refined finishing, and a fun colorful dial that brings real summer vibes and character to the wrist. The bracelet is one of their best to date. The case is beautifully executed with sharp brushing and chamfered edges, and overall, this thing just feels solid. But of course the real headline here is the movement. Automatic chronographs are very rare at this price point. I mean, most go for well over $1,000, so getting a 4Hz column wheel chronograph with a vertical clutch for around $500 is a very big deal. As always, this is just my opinion, and now I would love to hear yours, so let me know what you think of this one down in the comments. And if you're curious to see another fantastic St. Martin release, be sure to check out my review of the SN0144 GMT that I reviewed a couple of months ago. Thank you so much for watching guys, I really appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me and check out another review. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and maybe even subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel. Take care guys, and I'll see you in the next one.